Well, a lot of people are getting into real estate, but what about commercial real estate? And that's where J. Scott Shield comes in with his Commercial Academy. And Scott, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks so much for having me.
So, well, I just said a lot of people get into real estate and people think of the housing real estate, but what about commercial real estate? We're starting to see more, and you have an academy for it, right?
That's true. We were founded in 2002, and we've been working with folks for 20 years now, and we worked with people all over the world from all walks of life, and we believe that commercial real estate is really the level that people want to get to.
So, and what you teach them is about investing in commercial real estate, or is it more about selling real estate?
Well, so it's not brokerage at all. This is about being a principal owner in commercial real estate. It teaches you how to own really in any asset class: apartments, retail, office, warehouse, industrial, single tenant net lease deals, which are like owning your local Starbucks or Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, those types of things. We teach people land development. We do small bay industrial. We do large industrial. We do mobile home parks. So really just about any category that is an income value-based real estate play, that's what we teach.
So I like this because, I hear about this where people are like, buy dirt. That is the big thing they say, invest in dirt, and then you can build from there, because everyone thinks about just buying a house. And that's something you teach in the academy a little bit too?
Oh, absolutely. Development is a big part of what we teach. It's either development or in many cases it's redevelopment, taking an existing site that is kind of obsolete for the way that it's configured, but reconfigured could have tremendous value. And so many folks at times get, let's say, restrained or tethered to what's already there, and their minds don't think about what could be there. That's a big opportunity for most people.
Yeah. Scott, I hear stories about how people got into commercial, and I'll tell one really quick where I have a friend who family was big into housing real estate. He went to commercial and they disowned him, and now they're loving him. So how'd you get into it?
Well, I ended up, it's a crazy story, but I had a business that was doing import and distribution of computers back in the late 80s and early 90s. And when that market shifted, I had to find a new line of work. And so, I evaluated single family residential investments. But what I realized was that you kind of have to sell the goose that lays the golden egg in order to get paid for the most part. That couple $100 a month in rent that you're going to make, maybe even $1,000 a month, wasn't going to provide me the lifestyle that I wanted. And so when I looked around at those who were really most successful, they were the folks that owned the shopping centers, the apartment complexes, the office buildings. And I thought, well, if I've got to educate myself and it's going to be work anyway, why not do it in something where literally one deal could change my life forever? And that's what happened. I bought a 24-unit apartment building. I rehabilitated it. I raised the rents to market. This was, again, back in the early 90s. And I made a little over $1 million, which at that time for my income would have been about 20 years worth of income. And I did that in just under 18 months, knowing really nothing at the time.
Wow. And what's really cool is that you're teaching this to other people because you've taken the stage with some major, of course, influencers and major people from Pitbull to Tony Robinson, all kinds of people. And now you have something going on coming up in Orlando soon, right?
Yeah, that's true. I've been very blessed and fortunate to work with leaders of nations, Fed chairmen, billionaires, all of that stuff. And that's all great. It's all window dressing. But what matters most to me is helping the everyday man and woman figure out how they can go ahead and really, let's say, make their financial dreams become a reality. I always tell people that commercial real estate is a get rich for sure business. It's not get rich quick, but if you do it the right way over a very short window of time, you're going to change your entire economic status. And it's built that way because, again, unlike residential real estate, commercial real estate is valued based on the income that it generates, not the market comparables, which means that you're not subject to those crazy fluctuations that you are in residential real estate anywhere near as frequently. So what we teach people to do, regardless of where they're coming from, whether they're incredibly experienced or whether they've never invested in even residential real estate before, we show them the fundamentals and we give them the tools, the software, the network, the financial resources, access to banks, access to private capital, leases, all of the structure that they're going to need to be able to be successful. Because unfortunately, it's not a cookie cutter business. A project in Arizona, where you folks are, is nothing like a project in Ohio, where I am. A lot of geographic specific differences that'll make a major impact on how a property or an asset will perform because of the differences that we all have to face based upon the age, the vintage, the type of asset, the sponsorship, the tenancy. And again, it might sound like a lot, but we break it down into 7 simple steps, and those 7 simple steps can really help anybody achieve their goals and dreams in commercial real estate.
Okay, Scott, that's awesome. I love what we're hearing. Where can people find out more about, of course, the Commercial Academy and about your background, because it's amazing?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And anybody who's interested in attending our event coming up in Orlando, Florida, we do have another event coming up in May in Las Vegas, Nevada, if that's more geographically beneficial for you. The event takes place at the beginning of February in Orlando, Florida. Go to commercialacademy.com and you'll see all that you need there to get registered. Or if you want, call our offices and they'll give you all the background that you need to understand what the opportunities are, how to get involved, whether it's at this event or at another event. And even for those who can't attend a live event, if you want to get started, we have virtual online trainings that are available, and you could start today if you want it. So thanks so much for the opportunity. We look forward to working with your audience members and sending back some feedback on some of the success stories that we're able to create.
I like it, Scott. And when you come through Phoenix, you got to come and be on the show.
I couldn't wait to do it. You let me know, and I'll make a special trip.
I like it. All right. Thank you for joining us.
God bless everyone.